Hi everyone. So I am 7 weeks along now. I didn't do a picture or a video last week. There was just way too much going on. Or I think the week before that. I'm not sure how long it's been since I've taken a picture or done a video really. Let me start by telling you some of the things that have gone on since then. I was in my last 2 weeks of school for nursing school for this semester, for the fall semester, and on my way home one night from classes, I was in a very mild car accident. My car wasn't even damaged. I wouldn't even call it an accident, or a car accident really. This kid just rolled into the back of my car and he bumped me. It wasn't bad at all, but my seatbelt did tighten around my stomach area, and a few minutes after the accident it did hurt a little bit, so we called rescue and all that so they could come check me out because they knew that, or I knew that I was 5 weeks pregnant, and I just wanted to be checked out to make sure everything was okay. My vitals were good at the time of the accident, and they just recommended that I go and get an ultrasound. So I went to the ER that night to have an ultrasound done. And they said that since I was so early, they most likely wouldn't see anything or hear anything, but I shouldn't be too concerned. So I was ready for that. I was okay with that. They did the ultrasound, and they didn't see or hear anything. They could see the sac and the yolk, but they didn't see anything inside the yolk. So when I spoke to the ER doctor, he said that that was not very concerning because I was so early, and that I should probably have a follow-up with my primary or my OB to have another ultrasound and make sure everything was okay in a few days. Then he showed me my HCG levels, and they were in the 12,000s. It was in the 12,000s. And he told me that I had a subchorionic hemorrhage. It was very small. He said that wasn't too much of a concern. He said they're very common. They rarely result in a miscarriage. And it could have been there before the accident. So if it had been, then in that case it was common. And if it was due to the accident, then just an eye would need to be kept on it. But he wasn't too worried about that either. So I told my doctor about the accident and my HCG levels, and he was worried because he said that with my HCG levels that high, they should be able to see a fetal pole and hear a heartbeat by then. Well, they couldn't see or hear anything, so here I am starting to get into a panic that something's wrong. So let me see, the accident happened on Monday night, and 2 days later I went to my doctor's office to get an ultrasound done, and they couldn't see or hear anything there either. So then my doctor was out of town that day actually, so I had some resident kid review my case and come talk to me after the ultrasound results came through. He was terrible, a horrible man. He came in and told me that he confirmed it with his attending for the day that there could be 3 or so possible reasons for why they didn't see anything that day. He said that I could have had a miscarriage and missed it, despite the fact that I had no bleeding, no discharge, no real pain other than the pain that came from the car accident, from the seatbelt. He said that I could have a molar pregnancy, which is essentially a false pregnancy, or where you actually had a baby, but the baby failed to develop. So it stops where it is. And then he said, or you could just be early and there could be nothing wrong. And I was upset by him just giving me the options, those negative options, instead of just saying, we're trying to rule some things out. We'll wait another week or two and review again and then talk. Instead, he gave me all these options. Whatever. He said, I'm sorry to be blunt, but I just want to give it to you how it is. I was like, okay, thanks. Then he looked at me and he said, so were you happy about being pregnant? I was so offended. My husband was there with me. He was so offended. I was actually worried about the guy a little bit after he made that comment. So I looked at him and I said, no, I was not happy at all or excited at all about my very first pregnancy. I wasn't thrilled at all. And he just looked super uncomfortable and went back to what he was doing and didn't say anything else. But I hoped he felt uncomfortable because it was a completely unnecessary question to ask. It doesn't add anything to the situation. It's not helpful at all. Oh, what a horrible man. So I've asked for him not to be involved in my care anymore. I don't want him around at all. So moving on from that, we made another appointment for the following week, and that appointment was set to be during the week of finals, and I had it on a Thursday, even though I had a final on Friday, and I ended up rescheduling. A professor of mine advised that I reschedule just in case the news wasn't what we wanted it to be, which was actually good advice on her part, so that I wouldn't be going into finals that Friday extremely upset. So I rescheduled for Friday afternoon, and all this time I still had all of the pregnancy symptoms. So tired during the day. My boobs are still extremely swollen and tender. Everything hurt them. Nauseous during the day. Vomiting if I ate the wrong thing or waited too long to eat. Just all these different symptoms. And, I talked to a couple professors and some other people, and they said that these were all good signs. And they were hoping that everything was okay and that the doctor that I spoke to was just an idiot, an educated idiot. So I waited until Friday. My husband and I went back for our appointment, and there's a heartbeat and a little fetal pole. So our nugget's in there. That's exciting. I was 6 weeks, I think 6 weeks one day during that appointment. That's what I was measuring at. The heartbeat was 126, and the nurse said that anything over 100 was good, so that was good news. Excuse me. My doctor was not in still. He was still a little concerned because my HCG levels were so high the last time that I had been checked out. So I do have another appointment with the OB nurse and the financial nurse, and while I'm at that appointment, they're going to check my HCG levels again, just to see why they're high, even though I'm not really sure why he's so concerned. I'll have to ask him about that, because when I was in the accident, I went to the ER, I was measuring, or I was about 5 weeks along, so my HCG levels were in the 12,000s, and the range for 5 weeks, 4 to 5 weeks, I believe it was 5,000 or 4,000 to like 50,000. So 12,000 is within that range, and it's on the lower end of that range, so I'm not really sure why he was still so concerned. But we're just gonna get it checked out again. But an update on this week. I've just been tired all the time. I'm tired and hungry. Well, not even really hungry, just like if I go more than like 2.5 hours without eating, I just get sick. I just want to like vomit, basically. And keeping food in my stomach keeps me from feeling so nauseous. So I've been eating a little bit more consistently throughout the day, trying to keep food in my belly. And in the in-between time, sucking on peppermints has helped a lot. So I've been going through a bag of peppermints. So it's the day before Christmas now. I still have shopping that I need to do because I am a procrastinator at its finest. So I need to go and do that. And I'm just going to try to take it easy because if I walk around too much or make too many sudden movements, I just feel kind of sick. So I need to just take it slow despite the crowd out there. But yeah, other than that, other than all of that, I've just been trying to take it a little easier since I'm on break now from school, trying to relax a little bit more. I've been working some, but it's just a part-time job. So it's been good. Yeah, I kind of want to buy a Doppler within the next few weeks. I heard that you can use a home Doppler once you reach about, I think it's 10 weeks, it might be 11. So over the next 2 weeks or so, I think I might invest in a home Doppler so that I can listen throughout the day, just, you know, for my own comfort. And we'll see what Christmas brings. I know there are a few presents out there for Nugget right now. I'm excited to see what they are. So yeah, I'll post a picture with this video, and I'm gonna try to record a video every Saturday. That seems to be the best day, and it's kind of like right around where I'm like 7 weeks to the day, or, you know, I'm not like 7 weeks, 3 days or anything like that. I think I'm exactly 7 weeks right now. So, yeah. Thanks for listening. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.